The boy A-Tone.
It's your boy Tone Capone.
Back at it again like we never left.
You know how we do it.
How your weekend been?
And it's been nice. It's hot as hell. But it's all great. You know what I'm talking
complain. Ain't nobody listening to us anyway. How you doing, Miss B?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
All right, what we got going on today?
Show.
All right, today's episode is on the gift of giving.
Okay. Who giving who? That's cool.
Okay? Gifts can be a visual symbol of love and make someone feel really special.
It could.
Have you ever given someone a gift and they didn't appreciate it? I'll give you an example. Ricky Smiley talks about a sofa that he had given to some of his relatives that needed it. And when he went to their house, it was out on the porch. So they were just using it to sit there on the porch. But to him, he felt like that was something valuable.
Especially if you paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah, just sitting on the porch. That's crazy. No, I've never given anybody anything and they didn't appreciate it. They didn't show they didn't appreciate it. Not like that anyway, you know. But I've given people stuff and they didn't take care of it like they should, but that's my own opinion, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, I've given my sons gym shoes and stuff, and they looked like they was playing in the mud
Right,
with them.
right.
You know
Like
what
you're
I
not
mean?
taking
Yeah.
care of them. You know
Yeah, I've done that. But you know what I mean? Once you give it away, it ain't yours.
That's right. You know
so you just know, don't expect me to give you nothing else.
Not
because
now,
I'm going to see how you
now.
Yeah, I'm going to see how you took care of whatever I gave you. Then I know that if I give you something else, I know that I can trust in the fact that you appreciate what I gave you.
Man, I gave you $200 shoes and you are outside playing hopscotch in the country with it. But don't even talk about that because you know
Griffies.
Shit.
Blue.
Oh no.
They were blue and yellow and white.
When they got through, they were burgundy and green.
You know what I mean. But here goes the thing: you also got to choose wisely who you give to, because you know who you see people appreciate things. You know what I mean. I'm one that when I always figure like when God give me something, I'm taking care of it until something else new comes. You know how you ride by a person, see them with a Mercedes, and that one will be dirty as hell. You be like, dude.
But that's I'm similar to that too, because I'm one of those like, if you give me something, I just try to completely just keep on holding on to it because you gave it to me, even though it's time to let it go, or you might.
But that's appreciation,
right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm one of those.
Yeah, that's appreciation. You give it to people who appreciate it, and once you figure out, once you gave somebody something or give somebody something that they don't take care of it, it's on them because you ain't looking to give them nothing else.
But that's like you, seriously. I gave you that tone there. You know what I'm talking about? Because, you know, I was the original tone. You know what I'm talking about? And see, you seem to be taking care. That's the only reason why he said that. But the first time you let that tone just slide to the side, at your hand, Mr. Poe, man. I'm just trying to let you know.
I appreciate it. I guess.
All right. Is there anyone in your life that you would consider a generous giver?
A generous giver? You know, yeah, my brother come through and he bring me stuff and it's be like, damn, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? It ain't even the gift; it's the thought that count behind it. You know what I mean? So that's the part that I appreciate the most. Not so much the gift, because he may know, I may not. I can go get that myself, or vice versa. But the point is, it's the thought that counts.
You thought about it. You thought about it to do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I'm giving people a lot of stuff that, you know what I mean, they tend to forget. Like in the song, like in the song that I said, my way said, hey, I ain't hear from you now. Don't call me now. But I ain't hear from you then. You know what I mean? So yeah, my guy right here, my brother.
You know that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? When you got those people in your life that, you know what I'm saying? Just like you say, seriously, you don't need anything, but it's just a thought. You know what I'm saying? It could be something simple. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. When you give it, you don't have to try to give $1 million. No. It's just, it could be like, really, a hat or something like that. Hey, bro, I thought about it, boom. Because I know that you like to rock this right here, so boom, same thing. But me and him kind of jacked up with that, because if he give me something, then I be trying to honestly try to give him something just a little bit better than that. And then he'll turn around and try to give me something a little bit better than that. And it just, We just be having some good stuff. That's all.
The thing is, we have good fun.
Yeah, that's all what it is.
And we have good fun in doing it. You know what I mean? Because
I can say this.
It's not I'm doing it because I know he gonna do something for me.
No, of course not.
It's the intent of the give. You know what I mean? I'm not doing something for him because I'm expecting something back from him. Right. I'm doing it for him like I like to see the motherfucker smile. Yeah. Sorry. If we passed it.
Oh yeah, you good.
Okay, I like to see the motherfucker smile. Yeah. You know what I mean? I like to see whoever I'm with smile. I like to see my old lady smile. I like to see my kids smile. You know what I mean? It's everything. No, I love that.
I know, but she's not your old lady.
But here goes the thing. Look, old don't mean literal, so stop it. Back at it.
So what else you got?
Yeah, he always trying to start some shit. That's what he giving me right here. See? Exactly what he's talking about. I can't help it. It'd be fun. What else you got, man?
Okay. Pastor Keon Henderson had storm damage to his church.
Okay.
And asked 2,100 members to donate $2,100. Huh? So that they could rebuild. In this time, when prices are increasing on everything and the cost of living has increased, do you think they should have taken a different approach?
Well, here go my thing. You take tithes and community, all this every Sunday. Yeah. What is you doing with that money? That money, you know what I mean? This the church's fund. The building fund that they don't never build nothing with. And no, you don't ask no church members for that. You should have enough of that. First of all, you're not getting taxed. Churches are tax free. So what the hell are you doing?
You know, I remember hearing
you don't do that.
You know, a while back, I remember hearing this particular reverend, preacher, pastor, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. They asked everybody to donate to help him get a plane, a jet.
$2
I didn't want to call no names.
I'm calling it.
But yeah, so I mean, like, I just don't see how that just doesn't sound right to me at all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still trying to figure out. I've never in my life heard of nobody last name Dollar. Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out where that comes from.
He had a hood name. Try to make it say, no, his name wasn't no Dollar.
Exactly.
But no, I
think with the church now, when I grew up, you never knew what the pastor wore because he always had his robe on.
Right.
These dudes out here is pimps.
Boy,
dressed up as pastors.
They coming in with loud
it's a hustle.
And everything now.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all pastors, but it's a hustle. Because let me tell you something, even in the world, you ain't supposed to be, look, church is here.
Yeah, it's in your heart.
It's in there. It's not a building. So,
exactly.
You know, I'm not buying that. But if you fall
that's why you have to be careful of things that you hear and you think that you're learning, because it's just like the simple thing as a TV. A television program is programming you. If you look at it enough, it's gonna make you feel like what they're saying is the truth. And it's not like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's you know what I mean? And it's easy for them to do it because if you don't read the word yourself and you relying on another person to read the word and interpret it for you, then you being a lazy Christian. Indeed. That means you need to learn for what you need to learn and figure it out, and then you able to catch him in whatever situation he's not being truthful in. Right. But if you are sheep, that's the point. If you're a sheep,
a follower.
Yeah, you got to learn how to be a shepherd and pay attention to what's going on and read for yourself. So when you see it, you're able to decipher bullshit.
It ain't even. It goes more than even through that right there, because you know they've always said when it comes to certain people, all you got to do if you don't want to know something, put it in a book.
Real
deal. They ain't gonna read no book
all day.
Unless it's a comic book.
Read for yourself. Therefore, you find out what the truth is. You can't argue with a person if you don't even know how to combat them because you don't read it.
You can't argue with me if you didn't know exactly that the gamma radiation that caused Hulk to turn, David Banner to turn to, Bruce Banner to turn to Hulk. See, this kind of stuff. I read those kind of books or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Hulk fan. Everybody know that. Y'all like that? No, I'm a Hulk fan. I'm just saying.
Okay, I watched the Hulk too. I saw it on your thing too when you had the Hulk and that. Don't think
what else you get?
Well, Pastor Henderson, just so you know, he is the husband of Shawnee O'Neal. And he said that, you know, God just put that on his heart, saying that his faith was too small. And that was the reason why he chose to blow down the house so that they could build another one.
Well, let me ask you this: Did God put it on your heart to grab a housewife and make her your wife?
Can a person start or agree to help someone and then decide it's too much?
No. Because here's the funny part: your word is your bond. You know what I mean? Despite what it is, if I say I'm gonna do something, I need to follow through with what I said. It ain't got nothing to do. It's like if you say I'm gonna borrow you $20, and you say, man, I only got 30, I can't do it right now. That's not what you said. You got to be a man of your word. You know what I mean? And that word carries on everything you talking about.
And this piggybacking exactly what you just said, though. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to agree to anything that you should agree to anything you can't do anyway. So if I can do it, I'm going to let you know. And even if it's bad repercussions behind everything, I'm going to do it. After that, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You got to worry about it no more.
Yeah, and that's the point about it. I can have $20 to my name. If I said I'm going to give you 10, I'm going to give you 10.
And I'm going to tell
you know what I mean? That's real. That's real.
Hold on.
$10. If I told you.
You is different. Well, I'm just saying, certain folks, I ain't got.
But you shouldn't say it then, right? You just got to saying that.
Okay, you're right. Hell no,
you said if you can't do it, just say I can't do it. That makes it that much simpler.
I told you before. That's the coolest part about I like about you. You keep it 100.
Right. You can't say something you're gonna do. Okay, man. Nah, you can't do that.
Well, okay, let me answer that. What if it's a situation where you done talk to this person or whatever, and y'all came to a conclusion where it's like they supposed to be there at a certain time or whatever, and they'll never show up, and they show up, but they always be late and everything. Would that be a situation?
You do it, but I'd be like, nigga, you my brother.
Why you bringing up old stuff?
I'm just saying, you do it.
Why you have to do that on camera?
But he goes to think about
that to me.
Let me ask you this. Let me say this. Okay, say for example, a person say they're gonna be on time, right? And he got 30 G's waiting for him. You gonna be late?
Antonio gonna be there.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
You said 30 G's.
Same mentality, whether it starts, whether you got it.
I'll be there, man. I always be there, man.
One thing with me, with you, I know life happens. I don't never bitch about that. I know life happens, but I know you're gonna show up
always.
So it don't bother. I know it.
You know, believe that.
What else you got?
Okay. A guy meets a lady when he goes to visit the Goodwill.
This ain't grown man.
I'm getting ready to say the same thing.
No.
Okay, my bad.
No, it's not.
Okay, go ahead.
A guy meets a lady when he goes to visit the Goodwill to make a donation. While he's there, he starts to talk to the lady and finds out her story.
Okay.
He decided to move her and her 3 kids into his house to help her get on her feet.
All right.
After 3 months have passed, she has become a burden. She's had 5 jobs in 3 months, and her kids broke his TV and almost burned down his house.
Oh, hell no.
While they were trying to cook some noodles.
Was they Raymond or was they the...
You knew they were Raymond. Stop playing.
Could have been the Chinese one.
3 for $99. Okay, good.
So, according to her, she says she just hasn't been able to find the right job. So every job that she gets, if she doesn't feel like it's right for her, she'll just quit. And so that's the reason why she's had 5 jobs in the 3-month time frame. So she says she's still looking, but she's still taking care of his needs as well.
His needs or niece?
She doing it nasty, probably.
Needs.
That's what she doing.
Okay, she's taking care of him, basically, is what she's saying. He told her that she had to go, but she won't leave unless he puts her and her kids in another place or evicts her. How would you have handled this?
You want to go first?
No, because I know mine. I want to hear what you gonna say. Because I know I'm jumping on what you really say. It's gonna be real good.
Let's put it like this. See, that's a case of taking kindness for weakness. The point is, you going to work It ain't nobody like their job. Some people may like what they do at their job, but nobody likes their job. But when you see him, we got a common goal to meet, especially if I'm bringing you into my fold. You don't have too many options or a choice. It's what we need to do. A lot of people do what they got to do, not what they want to do. So if this is what's keeping the household function, and then you bringing kids with you and all these different things, it ain't even about me. It's about you taking care of your kids. So the natural person or woman is gonna do what? She gonna do what she gotta do to take care of her kids, right? Okay, so when you say I'm not doing that and I'm looking for the right, it's never a perfect job. It's never a perfect moment. It's like, come on, really? But me, I'm gonna have to do like this. Ooh, in the famous words of Bruce Lee, is the glass half empty or is it half full? You bullshit.
Now
you gotta go.
Now, I like what you said. It makes sense, but to me, honestly, in my own opinion, it didn't answer what she was asking. My point is right here, because I'm finna let me break it down. This right here. First of all, I took you in, gave you 3 months because you didn't have nowhere to go, or whatever. And I'm trying to help you out. Okay.
I didn't have 3 months.
You can't find a job. Stay on the job because it's not. You feel that it don't fit you.
Well, you can't find a job. You found it.
I think I'm talking.
Okay, but you found it.
You interrupted me. Now you don't stop. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you're doing favors or whatever you're doing. You taking care of his needs. Mm-hmm. Those needs is supposed to keep you there, I guess. Mm-hmm. No needs. No. Georgia Power don't care about your needs.
No,
right. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, like, first of all, from understanding, I'm not asking you for anything. I'm just trying to allow you to get on your feet. But at the same time, now I've got to a point where, like, okay, I've done this for you, for so long or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That your needs game must be like A1 if you think that's going to keep you here. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point. I'm trying to help you out. So now you have to. I've been nice enough. Now it's time for you to go. But now you're talking about like you ain't going to go. Okay, yeah, I'll evict you. I call the people. I understand it. Like, from understanding, even if they try to, he have to evict her, he still has to give her 30 days. Mm-hmm. Either way it go, you're leaving. You're gonna leave, and I'm gonna do it the right way. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna definitely do it the right way. Instead of, I'm still talking. Bam. You know what I'm saying? So my point is this right here. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Okay. I had nothing to say, but I just wouldn't cut him off. But I would evict her the right way. That way, it's nothing to be said, because he was nice enough to bring you and your kids in. He really was. Mm-hmm. Now, you fulfilling his needs. To be honest with you, not sounding ugly, any woman can fulfill my needs. If that's the case, that ain't got nothing to do with it. That's something that y'all was doing. So, but to me, it's like you've got to a point where you think that is supposed to be sufficient enough to just keep you there.
So she got you comfortable.
Yeah, she really did.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
She getting the hell out. What you got?
Cause that's that bull jive
all day.
Okay, so
hey, that's fuck shittery.
Hey, facts.
That's bullshit.
So he said that he would evict her. You said that she has to go. So would you evict her or would you let her stay?
Oh, she evicted. Let her stay. Yeah. Look at me. Do this body look like a stick on the candy head? Hell no, she got to go.
I ain't heard this sucker shit in a minute, man. Why you?
I was just talking about that.
No, man.
Yeah, she wants him to either put her in another place.
I'm not finna.
We ain't gotta do that.
I helped you and brought you here.
Yes, leave.
Now you trying to tell me that for you to leave, I gotta put you in a place? Nah. You didn't have no place in the first place. I was nice to help you. You see what I'm saying? Out. So come on, you got life all bent up. That's really just making me want to get you out, and ain't got no love for the situation there, because I was doing it when he first did it. Brung the gave on place. He wasn't getting favors from her or nothing like that. He was doing it out of kindness of heart. I guess she thought that if she do that, then that would make them seem like a couple, a girlfriend or whatever. Nah, that's not what this was about. You decided, what's the thing about you decided you want to be a hold up, wait a minute, because you thought that was going to work, but hope it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you got about 30 days and I'm a holler.
Tone said you got to go. So you got to go. Get your ass out.
Bam.
Get your ass up out the thing.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go home. You got to get the hell up out of here.
What you got?
Okay.
Hey, you are really passionate about that. I have to do that there because your passion be nicer than mine. You know what I'm saying? So I have to try to do that. You know,
I felt it.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Pause.
That's nasty. That was nasty. I thought about it. I was doing super pause with a cape on it.
Damn. What you got?
Okay. Some people don't like to mix family and business together.
Facts.
Definitely.
If you owned multiple properties, would you rent
I don't want them know
any of your properties to a family member if
Sorry.
they needed it?
Only to my kids.
Okay, only your kids.
Only my kids.
Okay.
Because they know I ain't about that foolishness.
And my thing is like even with them, and these are my kids, and I love them. But the thing about it is, even at that point or at that age, whatever, it's still teaching responsibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to do what you got to do. I'm gonna do this for you because at the same time, I got to maintain this stuff. If that was the case, then I could have put somebody else in here, and if they didn't do it, I have no problem putting them out. You're my kid. You should understand that. You know that this is a business because there's a difference between my family and business. I got this property for business. You see what I'm saying? So hey,
one thing they do, they know you ain't about the bull jive. Right?
They know better than anybody.
The kids,
should.
Right. They know you ain't about the board job. So they can't come by and run any kind of story on you. So that's why I said it would be my kids that I would rent to.
But those be the main ones that make family look at you differently because they not doing what they're supposed to do. So you got to do what you got to do because you got to pay for this property regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying?
I'd rather, and it's a really touchy subject because just like you say, I love my kids more than anything. But at the same time, this got to be taken care of. So I need you to take care. If you can't take care of what you got to take care of, then no, I don't need you to. You can't.
But you're gonna tell them that and explain to them that before you even give it to them.
Yeah,
so they already know what.
So if they do it, still, I love y'all. Y'all got 30 days. Y'all got to get up out of here. You understand what I'm talking about?
Because sometimes families get the perception that
they can take advantage of certain situations.
You know what I mean? It's because we family.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't that. This is my business. This is my second house I'm renting out. This is the fun. You don't know what I got going on.
Exactly.
So that being said,
if that was the case, I would rather for you to say, "Hey, Dad, could you help me get an apartment or somebody right there help me do that?" Because that way I can get somebody else in this property, and they're gonna pay what they're supposed to pay, and that'll actually allow me to be able to help you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna, no.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
You know what I'm saying? And I love y'all.
What else you got?
All right.
I like that.
If you could start a nonprofit organization.
Yeah, acting like you be shocked at what I say.
No, I sound like that.
You act like you be shocked there.
I be goddamn. I see. You getting some callous around them. Hardness.
If you could start a nonprofit organization, what cause would you support and why?
Not just saying it because it's one of the worst things it is, but domestic violence. Mm-hmm. I would support that because, I got girls. And, if I support that, then if somebody ever touched my girls or whatever, did this to them or whatever, I got a legitimate excuse for kicking their ass because I know the whole point about it anyway. Because I know the one thing about domestic violence, not change the subject, I'm sorry, but it's like this right here. I would never do this. So what makes you think I'm going to allow you to do it? You see what I'm saying? And then I'm sorry I had to say that. And you can get mad, but yeah, it will be something like that.
Mine will be more on the line of homelessness.
That's beautiful too.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Homelessness. You know what I mean? Yes, because I know how that feels, and I know that most people just need an opportunity because you got doctors, lawyers, and all these situations that don't fail to drugs or whatever it may be. That don't make them a bad person. Sometimes people just need a helping hand to get a boost back on. If I ever started something as far as that, it will be building some kind of homeless shelter to where you give them 90 days to get on their feet, but you also train them as far as, have a training center for them to learn computer skills and all these different things to be able to get them back out into the workforce or whatever it may be. So when they get this kind of knowledge, they're able to get back on their feet and help them get an apartment or whatever they need, and then they back in the game. Because that's all people need.
And also just, throwing out another one. I know it sounds crazy for me to say this, but like prison reform.
Facts.
I've never been in, thank God I've never been in a situation like that. But the reason why I say this is because you have a lot of good people that was in prison for the wrong reasons. And they railroad a lot of us, but I'm just saying, people always talk about giving you a chance, but when they find out that, they don't want to give you a chance. So if I had multiple businesses or whatever, of course, something to help a situation like that right there. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's ironic you said that. I want to give a shout out to my little brother, my brother Gerald Shad that passed away. His little brother and my brother JR just got out of prison after serving, I think, like 25 years. He's back out here in the world. And you know what I mean?
Much love.
I'm happy for him.
Much love.
And everybody deserves a second chance, the opportunity.
And been gone that long,
get back in. You know what I mean? So
been gone that long, man. It's hard for them to come back into society.
Yeah.
And then that makes you frustrated because you're trying to come home and do things the right way, but people won't give you a chance. That's what I mean by prison reform and stuff like that right there.
So he good.
So yeah.
So with that,
much love to you, brother.
What you got next? Love you, Jay. All right.
Okay. It's GMS time.
Grown man scenario. What we got?
That should be popping up fast.
Yeah. Okay. A young lady has been dating the guy for 5 months.
Okay.
When they met, he agreed to support her and her baby.
Why is always a woman be doing stuff? I'm not saying about a man.
So when they met, he agreed to support her and her baby. She doesn't work.
Lollipop.
Lately, she's been feeling like he's slacking and not giving her much. He says the baby has a father, and the father is out in the club making it rain, and he needs to step up, and she needs to hold him accountable.
For sure.
She wants to know why he is worried about another man and how much money he has when he knew her and her baby were a package deal.
Some women in some cases, and of course I'm not saying all cases because a lot of women they do it themselves, but some women will use that shit too. They will hold it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you said this, said that, but the thing about it is like this is not something that I have to do. A person does it because they want to do it. Now, if it's getting to a situation where it's a little out of hand or something like that, right there, especially when, and I have to admit, you got a dad that's balling. You know what I'm saying? And y'all situation, it's kind of hard. That's why I said it's kind of hard to say.
Okay, let's say this. Don't hold me to nothing you won't hold him to.
You ain't holding him
that's
to
that
nothing,
man.
obviously.
That's that man's child.
Right.
Maybe I'm just not finding out that you know who he is and what he's doing. Because evidently you know what he's doing because you told me for me to find out.
In a lot of cases they know, but they won't say nothing.
But that's my point. Don't hold me into nothing that you won't hold him into. Yeah, I said I would take care of you. And me, first of all, I'm never saying nothing like that. I will help you if we together. But don't think I'm just going to take care of you for the rest of your life with you and your kids.
Right.
That ain't it. I may be
especially when you are able-bodied, where you can do stuff yourself.
I'm helping you get on your feet.
You got some that won't do nothing.
Right.
They just want you to take care of them.
And I'm helping you get on your feet, and you know he doing it. Okay.
And at the same time, I guarantee she's still compensating.
And even if then, if he's making it rain, well, you know this, put him on child support. Mm-hmm. Do something to get some type of, funding from him. Whatever, but I'm not. Look, that's not my responsibility. I did say I would help you.
And
I didn't give you a time limit.
It sounds harsh, but it's true.
It ain't harsh.
I don't have to do this. I'm doing it to help you. At the same time, and then at the same time, he wanted. I guarantee you, she's talking to him.
Yeah, she's talking in order for him to know what he's doing.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is not like you can't. This ain't no two-sided.
This is the part that killed me. Pause, not kill me, because it don't. This is part that bothers me. People don't know how to take a helping hand and use it to better themselves. They take a hand and use it as a crutch to keep on using and using and using. No,
just sit there. Don't try to do nothing better.
Any sane person gonna go, wait, hold up. You know this dude and you know what he's doing. You know your dad and you ain't held him accountable for it. Man, listen, I'm sorry.
But it's women out there, and I know this for a fact. There's women out there that has said that to other women, that somebody's helping them and help take care of their kid. It's not something they have to do. But you taking help as me being a sucker, taking kindness for weakness. It goes back to that one of the questions we just had. A lot of times they think just because they're doing certain things that you're gonna do it. Yeah, but you know what? I can get certain things. And some of them actually think you're a sucker. Mm-hmm. They telling their girl, yeah, he helping me. I ain't gotta pay no bill. Yeah, exactly. He doing it. Nah, I ain't gotta worry about it. Hey, you better get on your thing. That's all I can tell you. What you got next?
I mean, what she told him that he don't need to be worried about what the baby dad.
You can't tell me what disrespectful too. You can't. First of all, you gonna tell me what I need to be worried about when I'm spending my money and you in my house? I was just going to say that. You tripping? Because to be honest with you, honestly, as cold as it may sound, you in my house, like you say, I'm the one paying this. And you know what I'm saying? So if I stop paying this, whatever, you're gonna be just where you was. You're gonna be looking for him because I'm gone. And I can take care of myself. And I ain't worried about that. And the famous words of the great philosopher, Tupac, Ice Cube. Okay. Kick rocks. What you got next?
All right, that wraps it up.
Hey, that's another one, right? I like that. That was a real good one. You know what I'm saying? Well, tell me what y'all need to do is y'all need to hit that like button, that subscribe. We want you. Notification so you can see us drop when we drop every Friday. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. And hey, drop them comments. If you got questions and stuff like that you want us to give out or to put out there, do that. Because we're gonna make sure we shout you out and everything. You know what I'm saying? And we still go live. Trust me, we'll go live and look for us because we're looking for y'all. And with that being said, it's A-TONE. It's your boy Tony Capones.